Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of Franchise Hockey Manager 9 with the Seattle Kraken. I am still coughing. Excuse me for that. Doing my best to get over it. I've got some new medication that I'm taking. I feel fine. I just sound a whole lot worse than I actually am. We're getting ready to, excuse me, make a run at a three-peat here. And yeah, we did some stuff. We did some stuff in the off season. So let's take a look at some of the deals that we made. So this is the trade we made leading up into the draft. Gavin Hayes and a fifth for a first round pick. We then traded Devin Taves to Montreal for a sixth round pick to free up that money. And then the big one, guys. We traded Noah Irliden, Jagger Furcus, Gabe Smith, and two first round draft picks to the Florida Panthers in exchange for Anton Lundell. So who did we give up? We gave up a 1.5-star, potential 4-star goalie. We're pretty deep in goals. So this was a piece that they really wanted. Furcus had a good year last year, 62 points in 81 games. I think replacing him with Lundell, though, who is much, much better defensively, I think makes us a better team right away. And then Gabe Smith, who is somebody that we signed as a free agent this past offseason. There simply was no way to get this done without the 2 first-round picks. So we gave up a lot, but in exchange, we get Anton Lundell. 26 years old. He's in the final year of his contract, and he is a complete hockey player. He'll probably play on our top line. He'll probably play on our top PK line. He is a complete hockey player. We are going to re-sign him as well. So I think, in fact, we offer him a new contract already or no? We didn't. So let's do that. So he wants 7 years at 7.2. So we'll meet that. We'll start at 6.5 to 7.1. And we'll be able to get him for a reasonable amount here. 6.8. 6.9. I'll give him 6.970. That's fine. Excuse me. So that is a 6-year, about a 7-year, about a $48 million contract, give or take. So that was the big deal, bringing in Anton Lundell. It wasn't the only deal we made, though. We also brought in Keandre Miller from the, excuse me, from the Rangers and this trade took me a while because New York had 50 players under contract already. So we had to give up Matt Poitras, who he's 23 already. I don't know that he's ever gonna. I mean, he looks pretty good. He looks okay, but I think worth it to get Miller. We gave up Poitras and then the rights to Urho Matila, who's a 20-year-old we drafted in the 7th round back in 2025, as well as Tuukka Heiskanen, who I drafted based on his name alone. We drafted him in 6th round back in 2026, and then we had to give up a third. So we get Miller to replace Devin Taves. Not great offensively, but solid defensively, solid physically. He'll make a pretty good backliner. 3-star potential. His contract is reasonable, 2.4 this year, 2.2 next. So I'm pretty happy with that. So those are the 2 big deals that we made this offseason, bringing in Lundell and Miller, moving out Hayes, Taves, from the big roster, if you will, moving out Hayes, Taves, and Poitras. So I am pretty content with that. And it's time to set our roster. We have our 23 players. Oh, we also signed Ryan O'Reilly. We brought him back on a 2-year, $3.65 million contract. I love his defensive ability, and his mental. I mean, he's so good defensively. Even though he'll just play on our 4th line, but our PK should be really, really good this year. So we need to go ahead and set our roster. Hemming, Brady Martin, 15-14. Parker Rondo's the same. Altunen's the same. All right. And we signed Seth Barton. He wanted no money at all. $750K a year for 2 years. For that defense, it's fine as a seventh defenseman. So let's go ahead and let's set our lines. Clear the lines, and we will go Connor Bedard, David Pasternak, and Lundell as our top. That is such a good first line. Second line would be a number one line for most other teams as well. So we go Bratt, Beniers, and who plays on the right wing on that second line? We stick Shane Wright there? We might do that. Since we're so deep down the middle. Oh, no, we got Zacha. I forgot. We got Pavel Zacha. So we'll go Zacha, Beniers, and Bratt on the second line. Shane Wright will center the third line with Joseph on the right. I guess Haltunen on the left. And our fourth line will be O'Reilly, Hemming, and Martin. Those are really good lines. Those are really, really, really good lines. Defensively, Shea Theodore on the top line with Will Sharp now. Our second line will be Sanheim and Kivi Haru. Then our third line will be Keandre Miller and Philip Hronik. Shootout, we'll go Pasta, then Bedard, then Beniers, then Wright. Excuse me. Then Lundell. Goalies, Wolf is our starter. Portillo is our backup. Extra attackers, Pasternak and Bedard. Okay. Bedard and Bedard. Pasta. Lundell. With Theodore and Shane Wright. And the second PK unit will be Beniers with Rat and Zacha. I got to swap the two of them. That and like that. Wright and Theodore. Excuse me again. Sharp and Kivi Haru on that second PK unit. That might be fun. A couple of young defensemen. 4-on-3, we go Theodore. Theodore. No, 4-on-3, we got to go. Kind of want to go four forwards. The Bruins do. They go 4 forwards on their 4-on-3. Let's do that though. PK. All right, so we got O'Reilly with Lundell. It's Joseph. And we also have what's his name coming back from injury. David Kampf. He's coming back from injury too, so he'll be on the PK as well. Excuse me. Bedard with Rat, I guess, on the third PK unit. And then we go Sharp, Sanheim, Haru, Miller, Hronik, and Theodore. Sanheim, Sharp, Kiviharu, Miller. Sanheim, Sharp, Kiviharu, Miller. And then we'll go Lundell and O'Reilly, Lundell and O'Reilly. So that is our PK. 4-on-3, or 4-on-4 rather, Bedard and Pasta. Then Beniers with Lundell. I don't like that idea. Sanheim and Theodore. Sharp, Haru, Theodore and Sanheim. Bedard, Pasta, Lundell, Beniers. Goalie starts, backup starter will start. Always start after a shutout. The rest will be 0. So back to alternate goalies in back-to-back games. That's the one I wanted. So there is our roster. We will save. Yeah, so hopefully I get this cough knocked out of me in about a week or so. Let's get up to opening night. I sound a whole lot worse than I feel. I'll just kind of leave it at that. As we go for a three-peat here. Game will do what it does, as it takes a long time to sim ahead. If we can stay healthy, we look pretty unbeatable. Conf is in sight of returning. Preview. Oh, Carolina is are the favorites right now. Interesting. Okay. Oh, and we our clicks are all gone for the most part. So we wait until November, and I'll be able to get rid of this with Parker Rondo, so we're harmonious again. All right, so when is our next game? Is the 13th. It looks like too many players. Oh. All right, we'll send Luka Hoff down. And actually, we're going to send Rondo down as well, because we get Conf back. And we're going to dress Conf and bench Martin. So Conf is now on that third line, on the fourth line, and then he'll also be on the PK. Placing Bedard. All right, next game. So I got some cool stuff coming to the channel. Should have a new video up in the next couple of days. We're going to be doing a what if series using Out of the Park baseball. I've got the first one kind of started. We're doing a what if David Ortiz had never left the Minnesota Twins. We'll take a look at how his career played out, and just looking for some stuff to try to kind of fill that void between now and when Out of the Park 24 comes out. We still got a couple of months, I'm guessing, so should be able to do some fun stuff there. And we'll keep going with the Kraken here as long as we can. 3 titles in a row. We're looking for our 3rd title in a row. Game is thinking about it. Get some waivers. Anybody of interest? No. About the trade block, just out of curiosity. Eichel on the trade block. Only his 2nd year into this contract with Nashville, and he's already on the trade block. Robert Thomas, that's a contract I'm glad we didn't sign. Adam Boqvist, Pavel Buchnevich, Timo Meyer and his $10 million. Yeah, nothing great right now. Maybe Bowen Byram. That might be somebody we want to keep an eye on if we want to add to our defensive core. All right, here we go. Sim through game 1 on the road, or at home, rather, versus Calgary. It's a 6-0 win. David Pastrnak with 3 points, including 2 goals. That was a big problem last year, obviously, with Pasta. Only scored 20-something goals a year ago. 23 goals a year ago after scoring 62 the year before that. He has 2 on opening day here. Anton Lundell picks up a goal and an assist in the first period of his first game with his new team. So we get Lundell, Pastrnak, Wright, Bratt, Joseph, and Pasta again. Portillo gets the start, gets the shutout. Couldn't ask for a better start to your season than a 6-0 shutout. sim a couple weeks here and kind of see how things goes. We got Vancouver now. Excuse me. Anaheim starts 2-1. The Leafs start 2-0. Game is thinking about it. It's thinking. Blue Jackets and Linus Ullmark have agreed to terminate Linus's contract. That's too bad. We sign. We did. Okay, we did sign Anton Lundell. There we go. So we bring him in and sign him immediately to a 6.9, basically 7 for 7. So that's about $48 million, give or take, over the next 7 years, which I think will be okay. We'll see. I don't know if we're going to play that long, but we'll see. Game 2 at home versus Vancouver is an 8-2 win. So we are outscoring the opposition 14-2 through 2 games here. Good start to the season. Pasta with a goal and 3 assists. Zacha with a goal and 3 assists. Bedard picks up his first. Joseph, Beniers, Pasta, there's his third. And in the third, Zacha, Beniers, Theodore, and Bedard again. Wolf gets the start, stops 29 out of 31. Shea Theodore with 12 shots on goal. Will Sharp is a +6. Crap. Costa was with 4 points and was a +5. Excuse me. Is this the season that we terrorize the rest of the league? We'll see. I don't know what we could do to make ourselves better. I mean, maybe add in some additional defense, but I don't know. Zane Perrick for a second-round pick. He looks like a pretty good defenseman. All right, at home against the Sens. Ottawa starts out 2-0. We're 2-0. Game 3 is a 4-2 victory, so a 6-0 win, an 8-2 win, and a 4-2 win. Matty Beniers with 2 assists. Jesper Bratt scores. Pavel Zacha scores. Zacha with 6 points already this year. Anton Lundell picks up his second. Will Sharp with the empty netter. Tillo stops 39 out of 41. Asta was a 4 shots on goal. A lot of minuses, even though we won 4-2. Off to a hot start. Maybe we sim to November. Might be the plan here. All right, another home game. 4 straight home games to kick off the season. Can we start the year 4-0? I don't know which New York team this is. It's the Rangers. And we win 5-2. Pavel Zacha, 6th in the NHL in points here in the early going. Bratt, 2 goals, 2 assists. Zacha, 3 assists. Beniers, Bratt in the first. O'Reilly in the second. Bratt in the third. Wolf gets the win. Another home game. Another home game coming up here. 5 straight out of the chute at home. Getting ready to take on Dallas. We've only played 2 games so far. Nathan McKinnon hurt. 7 weeks. All right. Game 5 at home against Dallas. We continue to run the table starting this season. We do. We win 4-3. 3 goals in the third. So they were up 2-0. Brisson and Masters. Zacha would get a goal in the second. Beniers would tie it. They would retake the lead. And then Bedard and Zacha would give us the tie and the win. This is weird. Pasta had a 93 game rating, 100 offense, 73 defense. It was a -1. Odd. And Yeah, I think just with the coughing, I think it's probably best that I keep the videos as short as possible here. I know you guys probably don't want to sit there and listen to me cough for 20, 25 minutes, so I apologize for that. But I'm doing my best to get through it. Another home game versus Philadelphia. And there's our first loss of the season, a 5-2 defeat. The hands of the Flyers. Macklin Celebrini with the hat trick. Coughlin, Celebrini, Farabee, Celebrini, and then we get goals from Hemming and Haltunen. All right. Our first road game of the year coming up now at Dallas. Second best record in the NHL out of the chute here. Sanheim is out. All right, so we'll replace him with Barton. I don't want Barton on that top line, so we'll swap Miller and Barton. All right, on the road at Dallas. We got back-to-back at Dallas, at Minnesota. A 4-3 victory on the road against the Stars. Let's call them the North Stars. Miller with a goal and 2 assists. Miller, Hemming in the first. They get 2 from Brisson. We get a goal from Sharp. And then in overtime, Connor Bedard. At Minnesota now. Wild are 1-5. Now 1-6 as we hammer them 7-1. Anton Lundell had 4 goals and 2 assists against the Wild. Holy wow. Lundell from Pasta and Sharp. Lundell from Kiviharu and O'Reilly. Sharp from Lundell and Barton. Pasta from Bedard and Lundell. Hemming from Beniers and Sharp. And then Lundell with 2 goals in the third. All right, one more game this episode. It's at Vancouver. Then we'll pause. We'll take a look at the stats, and we will call it an episode. And I'll sim till January 1st offline. The next episode, I'll do a recap through January 1st, and then we'll do the simming up to the trade deadline. All right, at Vancouver to finish off the month of October. 4-2 Vancouver. Finish 8-1. We finish 8-1. I was thinking about it. We do. We finished the month of October 8-1 with a 4-1 win over Vancouver. Shane Wright with his second goal. Joseph is third. Pasta and Bedard each had their fifth. Excuse me. And we win 4-1. Let's sim ahead to the next month so that we can set our budget. I will try to eliminate the rest of our clique. And that will do it. So you got a couple of 8-1 teams. Winnipeg and the Islanders both 8-1. Leafs are 7-2. On the flip side, the Wild are 1-8. The Blues are 1-7-1. Nobody in the top 8 in scoring. I think it's just been really, really balanced for us. Portillo on there and both in win, save percentage. Oh, David Pastrnak wins the NHL Player of the Month. He has 13 points in 9 games. Good for him. Development report. Lindstein looks like he's getting a little better down in Coachella. Same thing with Rondeau. Dards up to 4.5 stars. That sucks. Out indefinitely. And then we lose something from Hronik, O'Reilly, and Zaka, but that's fine. Monthly budget. Scouting support, let's bump that up. Game promotions, we'll bump that up. Let's look at Team Harmony. There's nothing we need to do there. All right, so let's look at our stats real quick. Yeah, Pasta with 13, Lundell with 12. He's a plus 16 in 9 games. The 77 game rating, 85 game rating for Pasta. Jesper Bratt, 12 points. Look at all the players we have averaging more than a point a game. We have 6 players averaging more than a point a game. Shane Wright would be averaging more, except he's on the third line, so he's not playing as much. Miller has gotten off to a pretty nice start for us. 7 points in 9 games, a plus 9. O'Reilly, only 3 points, but he's not out there to score. Same thing with Kampf. He's a -1. So our offense is cruising. Goaltender wise, Portillo 5-0 with a 1.79 and a 9.39. Wolf has been fine though, 2.50 and a 9.15. These numbers for Portillo are crazy good. So that's going to do it, guys. I am going to offline sim us up to January 1st. And when we come back, it'll be January 1st, 2028, as we look for title number 3 in a row. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Again, I apologize for the coughing. Join the Discord, leave the video a like, subscribe. I'll talk to y'all soon.